After 6, the sound of a foundation pour the Arthur Inch grant was a kiss too. With the funding gap closed, the Waterfront Harmony Project, the official hopeful name we had given the Bench Hill and Park revival, shifted from a dream on paper to a fast approaching reality. City permits were expedited. Construction firms began emitting BTS. My life became a warrant of contractors, and I simple reviews and tense negotiations with the storm expertise. And I had the BCSL restored to its exact 19.6 and washing the cycle flaws and all. It was during one of these internal nets that I got the call. My phone based on the conference table. The screen showing Susie's name. I excused myself and stepped into the hall. Susan C. Okay. I had a keeping files. I had a regular coffee, but the midweek call was unusual. A voice was washing it. Dad, he's in the hospital, said Michael. It is hard. The words didn't compute it, for my father was Oliver Blake, a force of nature, a man of steel washing, not flesh, and felt boring, and it is stable for now, but a serious crisis. A major cardiovascular CTR are talking about a bypass. Mom, REQ, she's asking for cold wave washed over me, followed by confusing search of emotions. I couldn't panic. Yes, a reflective fray also a simmering, etc. And she asked for me, now, when the walls are literally caving in. I leaned my forehead against the cool glass of a hallway window, watching the city move on oblivious. Chris, are you? There was just what the Michael's hospital was, a bastion of quiet stereo. But my father was in the cardiac intensive care unit. A place with my bought privacy and the user control. But not on the hush quarter smell of antiseptic and anxiety. He was lying in the room. She looked exhausted, her face pale. She hugged me tightly, a gesture that felt more desperate than affection. And he started prepping him for surgery tomorrow morning. I noted my throat tongue through the partially open door. I could see my mother. She was sitting in a chair beside the bed, holding my father's limp home. He looked small, older than her years. The carefully maintained facade oddly collapsed. The over so vulnerable chipped away at the all of my BR leaving on a Halloween push. The door opened. The room was filled with a soft rhythmic beats of monitor. My father lay in the bed, was strangely shrunk amidst the tubes and ire. The formidable Oliver Lake was gone, replaced by pale sleeping Saner. My mother looked at by the filed in swim met mine for a long moment. We just started each other across the expanse of the hospital room, across the cash of the last year. Slater was broken on by the machinery, keeping my father alive. Christopher her. She whispered his name of Clay, walked to the foot of the bed. I didn't go to her. I looked at my father, the man who had built empire, who had orchestrated a lie that broke his family, who had offered me everything except the one thing I needed lying there. He was just a man, fragile, failing man. The doctor said stress was a major factor. My mother said softly, her gaze fixed on my father's face. The lawsuits, the scandal, the board forcing him out. It was too much. He couldn't let it go. Kept fighting, kept it to fix it. Control the FTD. Some narratives can be fixed, I said, my voice sounding foreign. The quiet man can only be in it. She flinched. Is that what you want for it to him? He finally looked at her eyes, swimming with tears. You hate that much? A question hung in the anesthetic car. Did I hate them? The heat that hatred had fueled for months, a clean, burning flame. He looked at them, the broken, fixed human. The hatred banked to embed the behind the cold, heavy resident of grief for the parents I had had. Grief for the parents I never had. I not hate you, I said. The truth of it surprising me, I just done. But that doesn't mean I want him to die. A single tear traced a path down her team. He asked about the D, never admitted. But sometimes when he thinks no one is listening, tell mother about the Waterfront Project. He followed the news. He has alerts set up.